Hi, and thanks for joining me for the class today. So today we're going to do a fairly tough class with a particular focus on working into our core abdominals and into our glute muscles as well. So I hope you enjoy the class today because there's some fairly tough exercise sequences in the class. Remember always to work to a level that you feel comfortable with because most importantly we want you to enjoy the class. So we're going to start the class in standing and warm up, and then we're going to come down into 4-point kneeling onto our backs and onto our sides as well. So when you're ready, let's get started. Okay, so let's get started. So we're going to bring our toes apart and those heels apart. So those feet at that hip width distance. Just to start with, we're going to transfer that weight coming to the front of your toes and then back onto your heels. So just nice and slowly forwards and back. Just looking to find that midpoint between those two movements. So in that nice neutral position. Good. Knees are nice and soft. Hands up onto that pelvis very gently again. We're going to tilt forwards and back. Just looking to find that midpoint between those two movements. So again, we're in that nice neutral pelvis. Good. Those ribs are soft, collarbones nice and wide, and that neck nice and long and lifted from there. Well done. Okay, so we're going to start by just reaching our hands up above our head, and then we're going to bring our hands behind the head here and do a little side bend and back, other side and back, and then reach those hands above your head. Good. This time, hands behind your head again. And we're going to rotate into a spine twist and back, and the opposite side and back. Well done. Reach those hands up. So we're just warming up gently through that upper body. Little side bend here again, back, and the other side, back. Reach those hands up. Good. Behind the head and a spine twist. Back. Well done. And again. And back. Good. Reaching those hands up. Good. Hands behind your head. Little side bend and up. Opposite side. And back, reaching above, good, hands behind your head, and a little spine twist around, good. Lovely, we're going to do one more set here, so we're going to reach up, hands behind your head, little side bend, and back, other side, and back, reaching up, good, last time, hands behind your head, rotating to that spine twist, and back, other side, and back, reach those hands up, and then float those arms back down, well done, relaxing the shoulders. Okay, so I'm going to step my one leg back, or right leg back there, same size, my right arm, I'm going to reach up above my head, and we're going to bring that elbow to knee and reach back. So just bring those abdominals in a little bit here, reaching in, stretching back, good. Tucking in and reaching back, tucking in, reaching back, good. Now if you can, we're going to have a little extra challenge, and we're going to tuck in and go 3, 2, 1, little pulses, reaching back, and again, 3, 2, 1, and reaching back, and again 3, 2, 1, and reach back. So just 3 little pulses, 3, 2, 1, reaching back. So we're just going elbow towards the knee, doesn't need to touch, okay, we're just going towards that direction. 3, 2, 1, and reaching back. Lovely, last couple, 3, 2, 1, and reaching back. One last time, 3, 2, 1, and reaching that leg back. Well done. Relax that arm back down. Okay, we're going to do the same the other side. So reach that arm up towards the ceiling, same leg, same side. Going to reach just that back slightly behind you there. And then we're going to bring elbow towards the knee. Good. And again, reaching in, stretching back. Reaching in, stretch back. Well done. Reach in and stretch back. Reach in and stretch back. So as we did before, we're going to add those little pulses in. So we're going to go 3, 2, 1, and reaching back. And again, 3, 2, 1, and reach back. And again, 3, 2, 1, and reaching back. Very good. 3, 2, 1, and reach back. Last few here. 3, 2, 1, little pulses, good. And again, 3, 2, 1, and reaching back. One last time. 3, 2, 1, and reaching back. Well done. Relax that arm and leg back down. Okay, so feet still that hip width distance apart. We're going to go into a few little squats from here. Okay, so we want to make that weight going back onto your heels, and we're going to drop down, lift up. Well done. And again, drop down, lifting up. So you can bring those hands forward as we do that if you want to. Dropping down, lifting up. Well done. Drop down, lift up. So that weight's going back onto your heels, knees staying forwards. Well done. Now on this next one, we're going to drop down. I want you to come up onto your toes and then push up into standing on those toes and then come back down. Well done. And again, drop down, up on those toes, pushing up on those toes and then lower. Drop down, up on your toes, lifting on the toes and lowering. Good. drop down, up on those toes, pushing up and down. And again, drop down, up on those toes, lifting on the toes and down. Drop down, up on those toes, pushing up and lowering. Last few. Drop down, up on those toes and down. Drop down, lift up, push up through those toes and lower. Last two here. Drop down, up on those toes, lifting up and lower. One last time. Drop down, up on those toes, lifting up and lowering. Well done. Relaxing the shoulders. Good. Okay, so we're going to come onto the side. So do a few little lunges here. So I'm going to step forwards with my right leg, and I'm going to step forwards into a lunge, controlling that position. As I come back with that leg, I'm going to go 3, 2, 1 little kicks, okay? So do that together. So we're going to reach forwards, lunge forwards, step back, and 3, 2, 1 little pulses. Good. Reaching forwards, step back, 3, 2, 1. That's it. And again, reaching forwards, step back, and 3, 2, 1. Good. And again, lunging forwards, controlling that lunge, 3, 2, 1 little pulses. And again, reaching forwards. So that knee's going over those toes. Good. Lunging forwards, stepping back, and 3, 2, 1 little pulses. And again, reaching forwards. Step back, and 3, 2, 1 little pulses. Good. Last couple. And back, 3, 2, 1 little pulses. One last time. Lunging forwards, step back, and 3, 2, 1 little pulses. Very good. Okay, so let's do the same on the other side. I'm going to lunge forward, opposite leg, lunging forwards, stepping back. And again, we're going to lunge forward, add those kicks, and 3, 2, 1 little pulses. And again, lunging forwards, step back, and 3, 2, 1 little pulses. Good. Lunge forwards, and 3, 2, 1 little pulses. Good. Lunging forwards, step back, and 3, 2, 1. Good. And again, 3, 2, 1 little pulses. And again, lunging forwards, step back, and 3, 2, 1 little pulses. Good. Last few. Step forwards, and back, 3, 2, 1 little pulses. Good. And again, lunging forwards, step back, and 3, 2, 1. Last couple. Lunging forwards, step back, and 3, 2, 1 little pulses. Last time. Lunge forwards, step back, and 3, 2, 1 little pulses, and then lower that leg down. Well done. Okay, so one more challenge with that balance here. So again, we're going to start with one side, raising those hands into that flexion, and then we're going to reach the leg back behind you, and then gliding it forwards. Good. And again, so lift up, reach back, back to that start, and down. Now if that feels comfortable, then stay there. Or if you can go all the way, straightening out, folding back and down. Now, obviously there's a degree in between that, so just reach that leg back behind you as far as you feel you can control. Bring it back and lower down, okay? The leg you're standing on is working really hard to support you. Good. Folding back and down. And again, lifting up. Reaching forwards, nice and controlled. Controlling back and down. Good. And again, lift up. Controlling that extension through. Moving forwards and down. Well done. Last few here. Reaching forwards if you can. Folding back and down. Well done. Reaching forwards. Controlling back and lowering. Let's do one more this side. So we're going to lift up. Reaching forwards. Controlling back and down. Well done. Okay, so let's do the same on the other side. So again, we can start by just lifting, reaching back, and then lower. Good. And again, lifting, reaching back, and lower. Now, if that's comfortable, stay there. Or if you can, we're going to reach back all the way into that lengthened position if you can, folding back and lower. But as before, you can just take that to where you feel you can control. Doesn't have to be all the way. Okay, so lift up, lengthening through if you can, folding back and down. So this leg you're standing on is working really hard to support you as we're reaching and lowering. And again, lift up, reach away, folding back and down. And again, lift up, reach away, fold back and down. Lovely. Last few. Reaching, folding back and lowering. Well done. Folding back and lower. Let's do one last time. Lift up, reaching, folding back and back down. Well done. Okay, so we're going to do a few roll downs here, so come a bit further back. We're going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to tuck that chin down, rolling those hands slowly down towards the floor. Take a breath at the end there, and then as you breathe out, slowly restacking that spine, gently back up into standing. Good. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, tuck that chin down, rolling those hands slowly down towards the floor. Take a breath at the end there, and then as you breathe out, gently coming back up into standing. Good. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, tuck that chin down, rolling those hands slowly down towards the floor. Take a breath at the end there. Then as you breathe out, gently coming back up into standing. Well done. Okay, so we're going to roll down this time into our 4-point kneeling. So take a breath in. As you breathe out, slowly bring those hands down towards the floor. Just soften those knees at your end point, and we're going to walk our hands down, and we're going to come down into our 4-point kneeling position, and we're going to continue our class from here. Okay, so we're continuing here into 4-point kneeling. So I'm going to have our hands just a little bit further in front of those shoulders here. Knees are underneath those hips. Again, just tucking that tailbone under slightly so that belly button's just drawn up towards the spine. I'm going to tuck my toes under to begin with here. So we're going to start with our leg pull and pray movement. So we're going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to lift up the knees, breath in to hold. As you breathe out, lowering back down. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, lift up, breath in to hold. As you breathe out, lowering back down. Good, one more time, breath in. As you breathe out, lifting up, breath in to hold. And as you breathe out, lowering back down. Now, if that feels comfortable there, then stay there in that position. Or if you can, we're going to lift up those knees again. This time, extend through the legs, coming over those hands. Breath in. And as you breathe out, lowering back down. Now, if you need to, bring your hands further forward. So make sure you've got somewhere to go over onto those hands. So breath in. As you breathe out, lift up, reach forwards, breath in to hold. And as you breathe out, lowering back down. Good. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, lift up, reach forwards, breath in to hold. And as you breathe out, lowering back down. Now on this next one, we're going to add some leg lifts if you can. So breath in. As you breathe out, lift up, reach forwards, holding this position. We're going to raise one leg and lower. Opposite leg and lower. And again, each side and down. Opposite side and down. And then we're going to slowly, on that out breath, lower back down. Good, and again, breath in. As you breathe out, lift up, reach over, holding that here if you can. And we're going to raise one leg and lower. Opposite leg. And again, each side if you can. Good. And then lowering on that out breath, back down. Well done. Let's see if we can do one more of those. So we're going to lift up, reach forwards, holding this position. Raise one leg and down. Opposite leg, down. And again, each side if you can. Good, and again. And then just lowering back down from there. Well done. Let's have a little stretch. Just drop down off those wrists for a minute into that child pose stretch. Good. So just reach through those fingertips. Breathing in and out. And again, breath in and out. Just relaxing down into that stretch. Well done. And again, breath in and out. Relaxing down. Well done. And then coming back up into that 4-point kneeling position. So we have our hands just in front of those shoulders here for this one. Elbows nice and soft. I'm going to work into our glute muscles a little bit more. We're going to do our fire hydrant movement. So we're going to just open out our hip and then fold back. So bringing that knee out to the side, the leg all together and back. Good. And again, opening out and back. And again. Good, one more here. Good, now same side, we're going to bring that same leg, heel up towards the ceiling and down into our donkey kick. So pushing up and down. So we're extending at the hip slightly here. Good, and again, pushing up and down. One more time. Brilliant, now we're going to bring those movements together. So we're going to go out to the side, back, and heel up to the ceiling. Good, and again, out to the side, back, pushing the heel up to the ceiling. Well done, and again. opening out, back, push the heel up to the ceiling. And again, opening out, back, heel up to the ceiling. Lovely, and again, open out, back, and heel up to the ceiling. Good, and up to the ceiling. Well done, last few. Opening out, back, heel up to the ceiling. Good, and again, open out, back, heel up to the ceiling. Good, and again, open out, back, and heel up to the ceiling. Last couple, open out, back, heel up to the ceiling. Good, one last time, open out, back, and heel up to the ceiling. Very good, coming back down from there, excellent. Okay, let's do the same on the other side. So we're going to start with those fire hydrants. So we're going to bring that leg out to the side and back. So opening out and back, and again, open out and folding back. Well done. Opening out and fold back. Good, it's not a huge movement. One more here. Opening out and back. Now same leg, we're going to pull that heel up towards the ceiling and down into our donkey kick. So push that heel, extending at that hip, pushing up and down. Good, extending and down. One more time and down. Well done. Let's combine those together. So out to the side, back, heel up to the ceiling. Good. Out to the side, back, donkey kick up. Good. And again, opening out, back and up. Now you'll feel that other side working to stabilize you, working really hard as well, if you can feel that there. So open out, back, heel up to the ceiling. Good. Few more here. Open out, back, heel up to the ceiling. Well done. Last few. Good. And up. And again, opening out, back, heel up to the ceiling. Well done. Last couple. Good. Opening out, back, heel up to the ceiling. Last time. Open out, back, heel up to the ceiling, and lowering that leg back down. Well done, very good. Okay, so we're going to bring our hands a little bit further in front again as we did before and tuck those toes under. So we're going to lift up into our plank position one last time. So we're going to take a breath in, so make sure those hands are far enough in front of you. Take a breath in, as you breathe out, lift up, reach forwards. Now either just hold that there, or if you can, we're going to do a few little mountain climbs. So we're going to bring one knee in towards you and the opposite knee. Good. One knee in, alternate sides, opposite knee. Let's do 8 more. So we're going to do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Breath in here. And as you breathe out, bend those knees, lower back down, and then relax down. Well done. Let's have a little stretch out here. So just breathing in and out here. On that out breath, if you can, just relax down into that stretch that a little bit further. Well done. Breathing in and out. Good. And again, breath in and out. Relaxing down into that stretch. Well done. Fantastic. Okay, so we're going to come round and down onto our backs here. So coming round onto the mat, onto your backs. So coming down, feet and knees that hip width distance apart. So our knees are bent up to start with. Very good. And we're just going to tilt that pelvis forwards and back, just looking to find that midpoint between those two movements. So in that nice and neutral position. Good. Ribs are soft, collarbones wide, and that neck nice and long and lifted from there. Okay, so I'm just going to stretch one leg along the floor from here. And we're going to go into our single leg bridge lift here. So we're going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to lift up, if you can, with that single leg. Now we're going to hold this position. We need to bend and straighten and then lowering back down. Now if that feels too much, then just have both legs bent and you can repeat that into a bridge here, okay? But otherwise, let's straighten the opposite leg. Breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to lift up, bend, straighten, and lower back down. Good. Fold that leg back in. Opposite leg stretch. Lifting up, bend, straighten, and lower back down. Good. Fold the leg in. Opposite leg straight out. And we're going to lift up, bend, straighten, and lower back down. Very good. And again, opposite leg. Bend, straighten, and lower back down. Lovely. So those single leg lifts. Good. Lifting up, bend, straighten, and lower that leg down. Good. So we're just alternating sides here, just so we can keep going a little bit longer. Well done. Bend, straighten, and lowering back down. Good. And again, lifting up, bending, straightening, and lowering down. Now when you're moving that leg, make sure we're still keeping that bottom lifted. So not letting that dip. as we're adding that movement in that leg, because that's what often help us out a little bit. We drop those bottom muscles, so try and keep them lifted. As you lift up, hold this position, bend, straighten, lower that leg down. Very good. Last few here. Stretching that leg, lift up, bend, straighten, and lower that leg down. Well done. And again, opposite leg. And lowering back down. Very good. And again, straighten that leg, breathing out, lifting up. And lowering back down. Lovely. Let's do one last time. Lifting up, bending, straightening, and lowering that leg back down. Well done. Folding both legs back in from there. Okay, so just lifting one leg up at a time. Going to come into that double tabletop. If you can, we're going to straighten both legs out from here. So what we're going to do is just going to single leg lower. So just to really keep that tummy nice and flat, that core engaged. Breath in. As you breathe out, I want you to lower one leg down towards the floor. Breathing in as you fold back up. Good. Breathe out, opposite leg. Now, you can aiming down towards the floor, but actually you might find that you just get to there, and that's where you're losing that control. So just make that movement as big or as small as you want to. Lowering down and lifting up. Well done. Lowering down and lifting up. So if you're starting to feel your back arching, your tummy doming, then just make that movement just that little bit smaller. And back. Well done. Good. And again. Do the last few here. And back up. Well done. Lowering down. Let's do one more each side. Lowering down, lifting up. Good, and then we're going to bend those legs back to the tabletop, lower down one at a time. Well done. Let's bring those knees and have a nice little hug and stretch that out. Well done. So just take a nice deep breath in and out here. On that out breath, if you can, just relax down into that stretch, just that little bit further if you can. So breathing in and out. Good, and again, breath in and out. Good. Relaxing down into that stretch, just that little bit further. Well done. Breathing in and out from there. Very good. Okay, so we're going to go into our double leg stretch from here. So just start with our arms just to get that movement right. So we're going to float our hands up towards the ceiling. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to reach those arms above your head, come around in that D shape, and then back to that star. And again, reaching the arms above your head, come around in that circle, and then back up to that star. So breathing out, breathing in as you come around and back. Good, one more time. And then round and back. Good. Now we can add in either a single leg, reaching away, if that feels enough for you. Or if you can, we're going to bring both legs up into double tabletop, reaching the leg away and fold back. And again, reaching away and folding back. So breathing out away as you reach arm and leg away, breathe in as you fold back. Breathe out and back. Good. And again, breathing out and folding back. Now, if that's comfortable here for an extra challenge, we can straighten both legs together as we come around, fold them back together, if you can. But if that feels too much, either that single leg or alternate both legs in double tabletop. Pick what's comfortable for you. Good. So still controlling that movement, keeping that tummy nice and flat. Breathe out as you reach away, breathe in as you fold back. Breathe as you fold back. Well done. Breathing out, breathe in to fold back. Good. And back, well done. Last few here. And back, well done. Let's do one more. Now we're going to hold this position here, keep those legs lifted. We're going to go back to just our arms, reach your arms above your head. This time as we come round though, I want you to lift that head into abdo prep, reach for those toes, lift those arms, and as you come back, lower the head. Opening around, reaching up with that head, reach for those fingertips, those toes, and then lowering back down. Good, and again, coming around in that circle, reaching forwards, lifting up, lift up and lower. Good, and again, breathing out. Lift up and lower. Well done. And again, lifting and lowering. And again, reaching and lowering. Now on this next one, we're going to come around. We're going to hold this position here. We're going to do 8 little pulses. So we're going to go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then lowering that legs back down, and then lowering those arms back down from that start. Well done. Okay, so one more little challenge here for those abdominals, and we're going to work into our hundreds movement, okay? So if you can, we're going to float both legs up into that double tabletop position. We can just bring our knees and feet together here with this one. I'm going to keep them there. Reach those fingertips away, and then we're going to lift up into that abdo prep, and we're going to pulse our hands. So we're going to breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing in and out. Good, breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. Now if that starts to feel too much with that head lifted, just lower it back down and then lift it as you feel you can. Good, breathing in and out. Good, keep going here, pulsing those hands. Imagine you're slapping the surface of that water. Good, breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now if you want an extra challenge, for this next last few, we can go breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, then extend the legs, breathing out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in, fold them back, and extend. Fold in, and extend, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fold back, 2, 3, 4, 5, and extend. And fold back, and extend, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well done. Last one. Fold in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and extend. And folding back, lower that head down. Well done. Bring those knees in. Let's have a little hug and stretch out there. Well done. Breathing in and out. Relaxing down. Well done. Okay, so we're going to have a nice little recovery stretch here and bring our arms down by your side or out to the side of you. And we're going to drop those knees over to one side into our nice rotation stretch here. So rotating that head to that opposite side and then gently coming back up and then over onto that opposite side. Good, breath in and out. Good, so just gently rotating side to side from here, opening out, coming back up and then dropping those knees over and rotating to that opposite side. Well done, and again, drop those knees over, turning that head, slowly coming back up and then over to the opposite side. Well done. Last few here, drop those knees over, turning that head and then back up and over to the opposite side. Okay, we'll just do last few here, drop those knees over, turning that head. Well done. Coming back up and over to that opposite side. Well done. One more each side, good. Lifting up and then over to that opposite side. Okay, bring those knees back up to that start and we're going to bring those arms down by your side. So we're going to come around onto our sides now. So we've got the option here of either coming down onto your side, use that block to support your head, or if you want to, we can come up onto our elbow, just to challenge that a little bit further. So we're just going to be in this kind of C shape slightly. We're going to straighten both legs out and we do our side kick. So you can do a side kick lying straight down on your side like we do lots of times before, but if you want to challenge it a little bit further, we can come up into our elbow position here. So we're going to raise our leg up to that hip height and we're going to glide the leg forwards and glide it back into our side kick. So you can feel it's a little bit more challenging if you're up onto that elbow. We're reducing that base of support even further, making that upper body work a little bit here as well. Good, well done. So just gliding forwards, gliding back. Well done. But again, equally, come down onto your side if that feels a little bit too much. Good, and again, point the toes to glide forward, flex the foot to glide back. Point the toes to glide forward, flex the foot to glide back. So you'll find if you're on your elbow as well, you might not go as far forward and back as you would normally on your side, just because that challenge is greater through that centre. Good, and again, gliding forwards, gliding back, keeping that leg at that hip height level, really working those glutes. Well done. Gliding forwards, gliding back. Good, and again, glide forwards and glide back. Lastly here. Good, gliding forwards, gliding back. Really working those glutes. Well done. And back, gliding forwards and back. One more time. Glide forwards and glide back. Well done. Lowering that leg back down. Now again, we can either stay here onto this elbow. If that's feeling too much, come onto your side. I'm going to reach my hand above my head. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, I'm going to lift that arm up and at the same time lift that top leg up to join and then fold back. Good. And again, reaching and lowering. And again, lifting and lowering from there. Let's do 5 more. So we're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Reaching, and then bring that arm back down. Bend those legs back up. Well done. So we're going to all come down together from here onto our side and just use that block just to support your head here. We're going to go into our clam movement on our side here. So feet and hips roughly in that line. Those hips are stacked on top of each other. And we're going to start by lifting up through that top knee and then lowering back down. So hips staying stacked, we're going to lift and lower through that top knee. And again, lifting and lowering. Well done. Lifting and lowering through that top knee, keeping those hips stacked. Well done as we're lifting and lowering. Well done. And again, lifting and lowering. So keeping those hips stacked. You want to feel it in that back pocket side area. If you don't, we can just bend or straighten those legs just slightly there. But keeping those hips stacked, we're lifting and lowering. Well done. And if that feels okay, then stay there. Or if you can, we're going to raise those feet up to hip height. And we're going to lift and lower through that top knee. Good. And again, lifting and lowering. Well done. Keeping those hips stacked. Good. Lifting and lowering through there. Excellent. And again, lifting and lowering. Good. One more here. And then we're going to lower those feet down. Lower those feet down together and just last few with those feet lowered, lift and lower. Good, still keeping those hips stacked. Good. And one more time. And then lower that leg down. Well done, give that muscle just a little rest there. And we'll just rub that. Good, okay, so let's come up and over onto the other side. So we can bring that block with us to use in a minute. So as before, we can either go straight down onto our side to do our side kick, or you can come up onto your elbow, just challenge that a little bit more. We can have our legs out straight here. We'll just keep those collarbones nice and wide still, and we kind of end up in this little bit of a C shape. So we're going to lift up this top leg, and we're going to start by gliding it forwards, gliding it back into our side kick movement. Good, so keeping that leg at that hip height level. Point the toes to glide forward if you can, flex the foot to glide back. Point the toes to glide forward, flex the foot to glide back. Point to glide forward, flex to glide back. Good, and again, point the toes to glide forward, flex the foot to glide back. Point to glide forward, flex to glide back. Well done, and again, well done, point to glide forward, flex to glide back. Well done, and again, point to glide forward, flex to glide back. Lovely. So again, you might find that movement's a little bit smaller than normal if you're onto that elbow, just because a little bit more challenge through that center. Well done. Really working those glutes at that hip height level. Very good. Last few. Gliding forwards, gliding back. Well done. Glide forwards, glide back. Let's do one more. Gliding forwards, gliding back. And then lowering that leg back down. Very good. And as we did before, I'll either come down onto your side or we're going to stay onto that elbow just for the last exercise. Reach that arm up above your head and we're going to bring our arm and leg to meet each other and we'll reach above. Good. And again, bring together, reaching above. Good. Fantastic. Let's do 5 more here. So we're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Bring that arm back down and then just bend those knees back up. Lovely. So let's fold down all together onto that side. Use that block to support our head here. Feet and hips roughly in that line. So those hips are stacked on top of each other. And we're going to go into our clam movement. So feet together, we're going to lift up through that top knee and lower back down. And again, lifting and lowering. So keeping those hips stacked as we lift and lower through that top knee. Well done. And again, lifting and lowering. Well done. And again, lifting and lowering. Good, so keeping those hips stacked, not letting those hips roll back. Remember, you're feeling it in that back pocket side area. If you don't, just bend or straighten your knees a little bit. Well done. And if that feels comfortable there, either stay there, or if you can, we're going to raise those feet up to hip height, and we're going to lift and lower through that top knee again. Good, so lifting and lowering. Well done. And holding that movement, lifting and lowering. Well done. Good. And again, lifting and lowering. A few more here, keeping that control. Well done. Lifting and lowering. Well done. Let's do one more here. And then we're going to lower those feet back down. Do last few together, lifting and lowering through that top knee again. Well done. Well done, lifting and lowering. And let's do one last one here. And then lower that knee down. Oh, well done. Give that muscle a little rub there. Have a little rest. We stretch through that leg. Very good. Okay, so we'll pop that block back, and then we're going to come back around onto our backs to cool down from here. So well done. I'm going to come down onto our backs. And just tilt that pelvis forwards and back again if you need to, just to find that mid position. Those ribs are nice and soft here. And we're going to just do a nice gentle stretch through the body with our opposite arm and leg movement. So we're going to float our hands up towards the ceiling. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, I want you to reach one leg away from you, opposite arm reaching above your head, and then fold back together. Alternate sides, opposite arm and leg reaching away, and then fold back. And again, reaching opposite arm, opposite leg, and fold back. Good. And again. And folding back. Lovely. And again, reaching away and folding back. Reach away and fold back. Good. And again, reaching away and folding back. And back. And again, reach away, fold back. So still keep that connection between that center. Don't let those ribs flare as you're reaching opposite arm, opposite leg. We're just lengthening through that body, but still keeping that control. Stretching out through those muscles we've worked hard. Lengthening through and back. Well done. And back. Lovely. Reaching away and back. Breathing out. Breathe in as you fold back. Well done. And back. Good. Let's do one more each side. And back. Opposite side. And back. Well done. And then float those arms back down to that start. Very good. Okay, so let's just stretch out through our bottom muscles now. So I'm going to put one foot onto the opposite knee. Allow that leg just to relax open there. If that's enough of a stretch, then just stay there. Or if you can, we're going to bring the other leg up and towards you, just as far as you feel comfortable. And then we're going to hold this stretch. So breathing in and out on that out breath if you can. Just relaxing down into that stretch, just as far as you feel comfortable. And then we're going to hold this stretch here. So just breathing in and out. And again, breathing in and out. Holding that there, sinking down into that stretch. Well done. Breathing in and out. Relaxing down. Well done. And again, breath in and out. Very good. And then just lowering that leg back down. Do the same on the other side. Opposite foot onto the other knee. Allow that leg just to relax open there. If that's enough of a stretch, then just stay there. Or if you can, we're going to bring the other leg up and towards you, just as far as you feel comfortable. And then we're going to hold this stretch here. So just take a nice deep breath in and out. On that out breath, if you can, just relax down into that stretch, just that little bit further. Breathing in and out. And again, breathing in and out, and just relaxing down into that stretch. Well done. Holding that there, breathing in and out. Dropping down into that stretch. Well done. Very good. And we're just going to lowering that leg back down. We're going to stretch out through our hamstrings now. So knee up to the ceiling. We're going to lengthen out through the back of the leg. Use your hand to support that leg there. Okay, toes up towards the ceiling, and we're going to stretch out through that leg. Good. So just breathing in and out, holding that stretch. Well done. Just lengthening through the back of the leg, breathing in and out. Well done. And then if you can, we're going to point and flex through the ankle a little bit further. Well done. Just moving gently through, pointing and flexing. Good. And then toes pointing up towards the ceiling, lengthen through the back of the leg, holding that there. Well done. And then just lowering that leg back down. Very good. Same on the other side, knee up towards the ceiling, lengthen through the back of the leg, holding that stretch there. Toes pointing up towards the ceiling, lengthen through the back of the leg. Hold that stretch, breathing in and out. Well done, breathing in and out from there. Well done. And then last time, if you can, we're going to point and flex through the ankle. Good, just gently moving through, pointing and flexing. And then holding that stretch, toes pointing up towards the ceiling, lengthen through the back of the leg. Good. And then lowering that leg back down, fold that leg back in. Very good. Okay, so let's just have one more hug in towards our chest, and knee up towards your chest, the other leg to join. And have a nice little hug here just to finish that nice stretch. I want you just to take a few nice deep breaths in and out here. On that out breath, if you can, just relax down into that stretch, just that little bit further, just releasing any tension, breathing in and out, just relaxing down. Well done. You're going to lower one leg back at a time and slowly come back up into sitting from here. So just sitting with your legs crossed or legs out in front, whatever feels comfortable for you. We're going to do a few little upper body reaches. So we're going to bring our hands in front, clasp those fingers together. I want you to reach them away. So just drop that chin down to your chest. And then we're just going to lift those arms and head up together. And then open those arms nice and wide. Good. And again, fingers together, reach them away. Drop that chin down. Then we're going to lift those arms and head up together and then open out nice and wide. Let's do one more of those. Reach those hands away. Drop that chin down. And then lift up together. And then open out nice and wide. Relax those shoulders. Good. And we have a little mermaid stretch here. So we're going to drop one arm down, reach the opposite arm up and over, lengthen through that side, and lifting back up and over to that start. Good. Opposite arm, drop down, reach over, lengthen through that side, then back up and over from there. Good. One more time. Reaching over, lengthen through, and back up. Last time, opposite side, drop down, reach over, lengthening through, and then back to that start. Well done. And relaxing those shoulders back down. Fantastic. Well done. Thanks for joining me for the class today. That was tough. I hope you enjoyed it. And we'll see you again soon.